electric car world, there's no denying the fact that Tesla has played a massive part in accelerating the transition from fossil fuel vehicles to electric ones. While the California company is by no means the only company to produce plug-in cars, many believe without Tesla's original Roadster and Model S, mainstream automakers simply would be blissfully ignoring electric vehicles. But while Tesla has helped revolutionize the way people around the world view EVs, its long-range, high-performance cars are far from affordable for most people. Sure, the upcoming entry-level version of the already popular Model 3 will go some way to addressing affordability concerns for many, but what if I told you that there's an electric car entering production next year which could be even more revolutionary than the Model 3 in some parts of the world and has a sticker price that's less than 1/3 that of the Model 3, at least in those places? Enter the aCar, a vehicle designed by a team of engineering students at the Technical University of Munich. Designed to bring electric vehicle mobility to nations around the world where poor or non-existent road infrastructure are extremely harsh on vehicles, where access to mains electricity may not always be guaranteed, and where individuals and sometimes entire communities too in rural areas are often unable to afford to buy the kind of off-road SUV that might actually be capable of surviving a tough, long life. At first glance, you'd be forgiven for thinking that the aCar is nothing more than a golf cart or neighbourhood electric vehicle, and while it's classified as a heavy quadricycle under European law, which makes it the same as a G-Wiz or a Twizy in terms of licensing, it's designed for a much harder life. Introduced as a prototype in 2016, refined in 2017 after testing in Ghana, and revised yet again ahead of serial production next year, the aCar is based on a fairly traditional chassis design with a two-seat cab, rugged four-wheel drivetrain, and good ground clearance. The rear of the vehicle can be built with a pickup bed, complete with bench seats for occupants, or can be fitted with any number of enclosed box bodies, allowing it to be customized for whatever duty it's required. While it might not look like it, the aCar has been designed with a total load carrying capability of 1 metric ton. That's 2,200 pounds for those who prefer imperial measurements. By most electric car standards, the aCar specifications aren't exciting. There are two 8-kilowatt electric motors geared for torque rather than speed, a 20 kilowatt-hour 48-volt battery pack, and an onboard charger that's capable of recharging the vehicle to full in 7 hours from a standard 220-volt outlet. Top speed is just 60 kilometers per hour, 37 miles per hour, and range is limited to 100 k's, that's 62 miles. But here's where it gets interesting. Because of its low voltage battery pack and lightweight design, the aCar comes with photovoltaic solar panels which can supplement the vehicle's range and make it possible to charge even if there's no reliable mains electricity. There's also an option to plug in additional photovoltaic panels, either roll-up ones or static off-grid ones, to charge the aCar a little more quickly. Okay, I hear you say, what's the big deal? Why should I be excited about this vehicle? It's slow, charges slow, and has a limited range. And to that, I'll say one thing. I'll tell you. While many so-called developing nations are growing at an astonishing rate, with their main cities offering the majority of commodities that most of us take for granted, rural areas are still woefully underdeveloped. The road networks are poor, travel is laborious and timely, and that has caused many people to relocate to large cities, compounding population explosion in those cities and removing economic stability from the rural areas. From South America to Africa, Asia and beyond, rural communities and their residents are being left behind. Just like the mobile telephone has revolutionized everything from communication to banking in large parts of the world, hopping past traditional wired telephone networks in preference for wireless technology, so too could a vehicle like the aCar skip traditional internal combustion engine vehicle ownership in favour of clean, renewable electric vehicle technology. And because electricity can be generated locally, the aCar, like the mobile telephone, could easily become ubiquitous if given the right support. And by that I mean people buying the aCar in places like Europe. You see, the aCar, while designed for rough, remote rural roads, meets the requirements to be used as a quadricycle in Europe. Its small size and decent weight carrying capabilities means it's also ideal for use in many off-road situations, from gardening to farming. Evan Motors, the German company founded to start the aCar, plans to start building the vehicle next year, with the first 1,000 vehicles sold to European customers at a price of €22,000. That's pretty expensive, but the hope is that by selling it in Europe, Evan Motors can reduce the cost overseas with a target price of just €10,000 in its target market of rural communities in developing nations. Evan hopes it can use its European production process to learn and refine its production so that it can too establish local manufacturing facilities for the aCar in countries where it will be sold, further helping those local communities. Sure, the Model 3 rocks, but so too does the aCar. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. That's it. Thanks for joining me, and see you next time.